Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Self-Sustained Challenge. As always, I am your host, Seppo. Today, we're honestly just going to just do a few quests, nothing too major. I've been doing a little bit of stuff offline, or not offline, like without recording. Which is why I might have a bit more experience than last time, but I did not... I made sure not to level up. Basically, I just went and got tailoring up, as well as enchanting. And that's about it, really. In doing so, though, farming cloth for tailoring and doing it, we got a cloak, which is an upgrade. We also got some pants that is questionable whether or not they are an upgrade. And then we got some shoulder pads that I made. So let's just equip the cape and the shoulder pads. And the pants. Why not? And you know what? I'll disenchant the old pants. Oh no, it's becoming... There we go. We're officially past strange dust at this point.
Yeah? What do you want?
So let's see here.
Have a good one.
She wants us to go down to the world-famous secret lab and extinguish some fires. Let me just really quickly check what this other guy up back here wants, just to make sure we don't miss anything pertaining to the lab.
Yeah? What do you want? Do not get on Gallywix's...
Yeah, he wanted us to get some stuff from the lab as well. So we'll just do that. Yeah, Dragonflight Alpha. Lots of new exciting things. As I said in episode 1, I had my hopes that Dragonflying was going to be good, since it's Blizzard working with something that's already been done by others, which they're really good at. And from what I've heard and seen from other content creators who, you know, are more successful, yeah, it looks like I was right. Other than that, there's just so much out, honestly. Like, what's a good example? Just all the Drekthir customization, and I've heard that they want to eventually also bring the same level of customization to other characters, which is always a plus for role players. I've seen some stuff that allows you to determine your character's identity, like in the way of you can have a character that like looks like Molotov here, but be called they, them, or he, she, he, him, her, she, and so forth. Which is cool. There's one thing about it that, and don't take this like as me saying, oh, they shouldn't do this. I also saw in Conjecture with this that they're changing the like icons for what sex your character is to body types, which basically it's fine. It doesn't really matter if you call it body types or gender. if you ask me, which is debatable whether or not I am in the right saying that, of course. But what I'm actually trying to say here is that I'm just worried that they're going to change that to body type, but it's going to just stay, you know, like, just take human as an example, that despite despite it being body types now, it's going to be just for fuck's sake, keeps moving far away. I'm trying! Sorry. Ah. I think we got it. Okay, there we go. So as I was saying, I'm just afraid that it's going to be like, just to take humans as an example, that you're going to have body type 1, which is big buff character with a groin. And then you have body type 2, which is smaller, thin character with breasts. Of course, this could be a sign that they're moving towards doing something else, where instead of having just those two, which I really hope, we are going to get a bunch of new body types for our, you know, for our characters. So maybe you can make a character like that has a more, let's call it, just in air quotes, traditional male body type. But instead of it being, you know, the big buff dudes that we have now, we can see something like those thin Kultiran humans who used the undead, forsaken skeleton rigging. That would be a major, like, just big plus for everyone, of course, but especially role players. We would, like, any role player I know would eat that shit up. Being able to look, like, have an actual, like, imagine having an actual thin orc. Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, no, not so far. Let me just make a refreshment. Oh. It's a lollipop now. Good. Then I don't have to be confused about whether or not it's a muffin or a cupcake. Yeah. I hope that it's the latter and not just, you know, the former. I would imagine that it is them not trying, but taking steps towards, like, having body types, and in a way, that is also, it's moving more towards RPG things, in a way, which is good.
I don't have a talk.
Thanks, Quiver. You're level 40 and just one-shotting stuff. Can you not? I'm supposed to kind of do a challenge.
You need to get closer.
I'm just gonna use him then, since he's out here. No, don't skin it. I need the loot. I'm charging my Pyroblast! Oh, sheesh. What's that? It's a quarterstaff that has major better stats than my current wand and offhand setup. Yes. Man, this beat it all of the Fire Flash has lasted us since the start of the challenge. And finally now, I don't know, 7? I think this is the 7th episode. We get a staff. Oh man. Dragon's Breath. Looks cool, right?
Don't be a stranger.
Now we have to locate Subject 9. I know where he is, but I'll turn in the other quests first. Quests. I think we'll stay down in the lab for today. What else can we talk about? Still don't have a paladin tree to look at, so I can't really I still can't really talk about talent trees too much, but a friend of mine who plays Rogue was like, took a look at it, and like at first he took just a brief look and he was like, oh, it looks good. But after taking a close look, he's like, some of these talents are insane. Like, there was one that converts, I think it was 25% of your damage into nature damage. And another one was like, you can apply double poisons or something. Stuff that just sounds insane. But are, you know, bottom, like, talents at the very bottom of their respective trees. Man, I want to see the paladin ones. Or the mage ones too, even though I am not very proficient at mage. I did used to play a bit of Arcane Mage years ago, but I haven't kept it up. I'm just gonna float down. All those new models that's been data mined too. Like, those are exciting. That's one thing I like. I like looking at models, even though they sometimes are spoilers. Should have moved. I'm very much of the belief that WoW is best experienced more or less blind. Like, damn. That data mining does somewhat ruin quest lines. To an extent. What is this? Jeebus. Well, yeah, just... I do think a lot of data mining does kind of... Especially with, like, the release cycle of how long it takes from, like, between patches. When you have been just reading up on everything that's going to happen in the next patch before it releases. What do you have to look forward to at that point, right? It's... You know, it's kind of like reading the script, almost, to a movie. And then going and seeing it, I guess. I don't know if that's a good, a good comparison, but I feel like that's kind of in that, like, somewhat in that vein. Oh, and they are kind of bitey. I see. Well, I need 5. There we go. I know for sure that for Dragonflight, I'm not going to, like, watch any. I'm gonna try and stay as spoiler-free as I can. And no, I will still be maybe looking at a few models and such, just because that's the kind of stuff that gets me excited. Like, especially gear. Like, mainly for the reasons of just imagining, oh, this piece of gear, and the kind of transmog opportunities that that piece of gear might entail. So I'm looking for some mutilated carcasses? Mutilated Mistwing carcass. I need to find 8? What? Am I in the right place? Okay, there's one of the things. But, yeah. Yeah. The new Null models look really cool, for the most part. Funny enough, with the exception of the ones that are not wearing any kind of headgear. The ones that are not wearing headgear kinda looks a little derpy, which is a bit of a shame. Not just a bit, it's a shame, a real shame. yeah, like Hogger's new model, it looks kind of derpy. It's like it doesn't really look much like the body still says hyena, but the head kind of says good boy doggo. Which I don't know, and I don't know if it's like just if it's that they. It's hard to say. I don't want to say like, oh, they humanized them too much, because that's like they're semi-intelligent creatures. I guess like so. Of course. Can you not? Can you just... Thank you. But when I think, like, no. I don't think good boy, best friend. I think fierce, snarling, cackling creature that's most likely going to tear my spine out and make a weapon out of it. You dig? And that's just not like, that's what I'm getting from all of the like the spellcasters. They look like they're going to just remove my spine with a dull instrument just for looking at them. Funny, right? And then you have all of the like warriors who looks like they're waiting for like someone just asked them who's a good boy, and I went, you are, and it's like, oh, this is amazing. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I don't feel like that's kind of what they look like. I swear, Neighborhood comes up here. Good.
It's too far away.
Too far away. So, yeah. But we'll see. Maybe it'll look better once it's like it has animations. That's a thing too to bear in mind. Like a lot of these models, when you just see pictures of them, sometimes they look a little bit weird, stiff. But the moment that you see like the animation and such, they look good. That's usually what happens. Very rarely does the animation make things look worse. Other than that, yeah, I'm just happy that dragon flying seems to be really good. That's definitely a plus in my book. The like body type stuff, I hope it's, you know, that we're going to get more body types for all of our characters and not just, you know, a rebranding of what is very clearly still two very distinct let's call it sexes, just, yeah. And, yeah. that's about it. I, of course, won't be able. Yeah, I think that we shouldn't spoil ourselves on story content, and I want more customization. I am really looking forward to seeing what some of the new gear is gonna look like. In the previews, like at the reveal, there was some stuff that looked like plate gear that looked like just like standard, very basic in a good way, knight's armor, like traditional European knight's armor.
I need to target something first.
Which, honestly, would be amazing to have access to. For a multitude of reasons. Just to have some simple gear that looks like, you know, that just looks historical. Not that WoW gear needs to look historical. I honestly would like... There's one thing I really like, and that is an update of the original, like, Warcraft human knight helmet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every plate helm that you can get from, like, dungeons in Classic and Vanilla, you know, the ones that have horns on the side, those helmets. I want an updated HD version of those helmets, simply because they're cool, and they are very much like what we see in the old Warcraft 2 artwork of what a knight is wearing. So it would be really cool to have some older gear like that. That reminds me,
I need a target.
just how disappointed I was. Oh, what? I've already finished this quest, dang. Okay, so I just need one more Asharite. Not to be confused with Asherite. This is a rite that comes from this particular zone, not the lifeblood of the planet. There's a difference. Even though both seems... well, no, it's not actually... Azerite isn't actually blue, is it? It's more of a... It's more golden, isn't it? I don't remember it. I remember it looking like honey? Golden honey? But as I was saying, I was really disappointed when the Sepulchre of the first ones came out, and I saw that Mal'Ganis dropped the shield. Which... I don't remember what it's called. I'm not gonna look it up right now. But he dropped the shield, and it was very clearly, you know, name-wise, based on Lordaeron, and like the time he spent there in Warcraft 3. I was so disappointed when I clicked on it to see its appearance the first time, just when the raid had come out. And it was just a generic, you know, Sepulchre of the first one shield, like the other shields you can get in that raid. You can believe me, if nothing else, then believe me when I say I jumped for joy when I heard and saw that they had updated the model for that particular shield and made it, you know, look like an actual, like, updated Lordaeron footman's shield. There's even a red version, and now all of my guildies and friends are like, well, you're going to have to grind that next expansion when we can like do transmog runs of the Sepulchre on the given difficulty. Because you can believe me that my paladin, who in character story-wise is originally from Lordaeron, is gonna need that shield.
I'm out of range.
She summoned a water elemental. You won't have to help me, but it is appreciated. Help, brother! That's blacksmithing. Hua! Boy, this is... Oof. Priestess. Okay. Didn't need that one anyway. Guess I'll just have to run a little ahead. Just see here. Okay. That's a new belt. What is this character? Oh yeah, his name is Quiver. It's the same guy as before. It's level 40.
I don't have a target.
He's absolutely just one-shotting things out here. He's also been to Northrend. I wonder, actually, if he is... No, that can't be. I don't know what he is.
It's too far away.
I got the tag! You can just kill these guys, that's fine. Then... go. I feel like I'm probably not gonna get any rare kills with Quiver around. Unless I did earlier and that's what dropped the belt. But, eh. There we go. Now I can go and turn in all of these quests and... I think that's gonna be it. Bit of a shorter video this time around. But with a lot more content than usual. At least verbally. Ooh, remove curse. See ya.
Yo. Don't be a stranger. Catch you on the flip side. Glad I could help.
So we got a little bit more. A little extra content. As we are not quite done yet. So we just learned that the valuable crystals that we've been... I don't know where... I just did a hunter move there. That what we just been picking up. All of that stuff. All those valuable crystals.
Down, friend.
Do you have a question?
All
Ambition is the mother of invention.
all the droppings of the giants that live around these parts. So we got less crits, but it's like 8 item levels higher. So we'll put it on. If anything, just so that we can keep up with
It's still recharging.
our level. But I think there's no store right here. That'll be it for this time. If you liked what you saw, like the video. If you don't like what you saw, dislike the video. If you want to see more of this, subscribe and ring the bell. And yeah, leave a comment below about Dragonflight. And with that said, see ya!
Never leave, she's so bad. She made the ride.